As soon as this game was over, I turned off the TV, sank back to my couch, and stared at a blank TV screen for about 15 minutes. And the question I kept asking in my head was, how the fuck did the Seahawks lose 21-26 against the fucking 49ers at home when the game was basically handed to them on a silver platter? Nay, the Seahawks got their own fucking platter and then threw it out the goddamn window. That's what the fuck they did. Oh my fucking God. So I'm going to Quentin Tarantino this shit, kind of go all over the place in terms of order. And I really want to talk about this last few plays of the game. Okay? So 4th and 10 inside San Francisco's 12 with 42 seconds left. Right? Russell Wilson at this point is doing magical things. He's just doing Russell things. And John Ursua, who we haven't even heard of for the longest time since rookie training camp, right? Nobody knows who the fuck John Ursua is outside of Seattle fans. John Ursua pops up and gets a first down. We're first and goal. Time is ticking on down. And on first and goal, Russ spikes the ball. Right? Good shit. You bought a little time. And then on second down, I don't know if I have to look at Russ. I don't know if I have to look at Pete Carroll or Brian Schottenheimer. I don't know who the fuck it was, but we take a fucking delay of game. The Seattle Seahawks on second and fucking goal take a delay of game, a 5-yard penalty that sets us back to fucking 6 yards. Oh. And on that second down, the play, it's a near fucking interception. And third down, what should have been a passer interference call on San Francisco isn't called at all. And yeah, you could blame officiating on that, but they've been terrible all game long, both sides. But this was blatant and disgusting. And on 4th and goal, Russ passes a ball crisply to Jacob Hollister, and he is just short. He is just short of the touchdown. And that was just heartbreaking. That was some truly heartbreaking shit that I watched from the Seattle Seahawks. And yeah, people are going to talk about Super Bowl 49 and the interception at the 1-yard line. But man, to blow the NFC West title in that manner, how morbid. How fucking morbid. And listen, I know there's a lot of animosity between the Seahawks and the fucking 49ers, but I'm going to be real with you, man. The 49ers punched us in the mouth today. From the get-go, they punched us in the mouth. From the first half, the 49ers were doing everything to just slap us around. And it's Gould striking twice, fucking 47-yarder and 30-yarder. And Deebo Samuels getting a neat little touchdown in there, a 94-yard drive, and it's not in any order here, the fucking scores, and just letting y'all know that San Fran, they were ready. They were absolutely ready. Our defense took huge gashes from San Fran's offense, and in the first half, it just looked like we were never going to respond back. And offensively, it looked like the Seahawks were just not getting it going. And you saw the frustration, from the players perhaps, but obviously you heard it from the fans in CenturyLink. You just hear them by not hearing them, right? And that speaks volumes, ironically. It's things where you should run the fucking ball. Pete decides, we're going to pass in an incredibly excessive manner. Where you should be passing the ball, you make odd steps to run it. And it's these kind of situational lapse of judgment and play calling that was immensely frustrating. And for the Seahawks, going down 13-0 at halftime at home was not a good situation. It just wasn't, especially the way the 49ers can play on both ends. I mean, they're just a solid team all around. And I hate saying that, but I mean, that's the way it is. You just never felt confident. The Seahawks, however, however many times in that third quarter, wanted to come back up. Obviously Tyler Lockett getting the third quarter touchdown. It was answered back by Mostert. Is that right? Mostert? Don't really know how to pronounce his name proper there, but the 49ers were able to respond back fairly quickly to the Seahawks, trying to get back at it. And really, I thought when the 49ers, after that touchdown in the third quarter and a 2-point failed attempt, I figured, okay, 19-7, it's not too bad, should be okay. But it's when you watch certain things in the fourth quarter that you get a little bit disheartened. Obviously, Beast Mode getting a touchdown in the fourth quarter was brilliant. I mean, we love the fact that Beast Mode is back, but I feel like we underutilized him. I really feel as though the Seahawks could have put Beast Mode in certain situations of this game, like, for example, to start off the fucking drive in the very first touch of the game. I don't know, maybe to get the crowd into it. But such is the way of Pete, just very old school style, very rigid in his way of playing the game of football. And unfortunately for the Seattle Seahawks, getting the score close, 19-14, unable to get the stop on defense, and is Mostert? I swear to God, I gotta know how to pronounce this dude's name eventually. Big M! Fucking Big M gets a touchdown. And it was a nightmare situation as a Seattle Seahawks fan. You're down, 12 points at home with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. You're sweating. You're fucking sweating bullets. Your defense isn't getting relatively anything done, and you're freaking the fuck out. But then you have this guy, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, who isn't going to get MVP this season because, of course, Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. The numbers he's put up, everyone's getting a fucking boner over that shit. But this man is an MVP in his own right. Okay? Without Russell Wilson, our Seattle Seahawks team is probably a 6-10 team. At best. Seriously, at best, we're a 6-10 team. You think if we start Geno Smith for 16 fucking games, we're going to win 11 of them? Get the fuck out of here. That shit ain't happening. But with the brilliance of Russell Wilson, there was a semblance of a comeback. DK Metcalf, fourth quarter, only 3 minutes left, getting a clutch touchdown. And it was Russell magic in full effect. As much as I want to just love and smooch on DK Metcalf, the fucking rookie extraordinaire, actually, in this game, he surpassed the great Steve Largent for most receptions by a rookie in his rookie season. So shout out to DK Metcalf. But when you see the scoreline 26-21, you're thinking, okay, cool. Just got to get a huge stop on defense here and just be able to respond back on offense. And like we reviewed and talked about in the beginning of this video, yes, Seattle got the defensive stops they needed. Yes, it was absolutely massive that we had an opportunity. But unfortunately, we blew it. And as a Seahawks fan right now, I'm not going to lie to you. I struggled to even find the fucking testicular fortitude, aka balls, to bust out the fucking video camera and start recording. Not really a video camera, it's just my fucking phone. Just put it on selfie mode, recording shit. But god damn it. It took a lot of fucking willpower to start recording this shit. Because this loss felt morbid. This loss was a heartbreaker. Because we knew what was on the line. If we got a touchdown, in that last 40 some odd seconds, if we didn't take the stupid delay of game, if we somehow got the fucking PI call, maybe things would be different. Maybe things would be different. Maybe the Seattle Seahawks would be the winners of the NFC West. But that's not reality. The reality is the San Francisco 49ers beat us outright. They bullied us. On their offensive side, our defense took a lot of beatings. George Kittle was absolutely phenomenal. Deebo Samuels was giving our fucking defensive players fits all night long. Juszczyk is just a phenomenal utility player. And Jimmy GQ was decent when he needed to be. The numbers won't say it. 18 passes on 22 attempts, 285 yards, 0 touchdowns, but a QBR of 118.8 because this guy led the team down to necessary scoring positions. And they did it all in the first, really, 3 quarters. I would say, other than that, touchdown they scored in the 4th quarter, it really was San Francisco's game for 3 full quarters. And they deservedly get the 1 seed. As much as I hate it, as much as I fucking hate saying it, the 49ers came to Seattle, beat the fuck out of us, and took the number 1 overall seed and won the NFC West in our building. That sucks. That's a fucking bummer. It is. But I'm not going to lie to you. There are some real good positives I can take away from this game. Obviously, Marshawn Lynch is still Marshawn Lynch. He's still getting shit done. And I don't know if y'all saw it, but I think Marshawn still has the physicality to keep pushing forth. And something about Russell Wilson, despite, from afar, the numbers not looking ideal. Listen to this. 25 passes on 40 attempts, 233 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and a QBR of 95.1. That to me was very encouraging. I know this loss is going to be a huge blemish on the record for the Seattle Seahawks, their home record against the 49ers, all this shit. But really, I think the important thing that we have to underline here is Russ looked fantastic. Russ looked really fucking good towards the end of this game. And it was when our O-line was playing physical. It's when our O-line was giving Russ just enough time to throw the ball. And I think Russ only took 1 sack on the day, but it's just one of these games where the end result is immensely frustrating. It's heartbreaking, but at the same time, you're still in the playoffs. You have an opportunity to go the ultimate dance in the Super Bowl. And yes, the pathway to the Super Bowl is going to be much harder. And for the Seattle Seahawks, it starts on Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. The winners of the NFC East, which it's crazy, right? The Dallas Cowboys actually blew that fucking division. But for the Seattle Seahawks, as much as I am disappointed about the loss, I am very excited at the prospect of what we can do in the playoffs. We're going to get a few days rest with our boys, and hopefully everybody will be ready to go. And I'm talking everybody. Hopefully Luke Wilson, hopefully Malik Turner, hopefully Dwayne Brown, hopefully Quandre Diggs, because we need Quandre Diggs in the back there. It has been unbelievably bad without Quandre. Holy fuck. So, the Seattle Seahawks takes an L. They take a massive L in this game. But they end the regular season 11-5. Which, yeah, it's 3 games worse than I predicted. But at the same time, we're headed to the playoffs. We have an opportunity to keep this race going. And it's just like Pete Carroll always says. I mean, every game is a championship game. And on this game, we lost. But we have another opportunity next week for another championship game. And we just got to keep it rolling. We got to keep it going. Man. This wasn't therapeutic at all. Just letting you motherfuckers know that right now. This shit wasn't therapeutic at all. I still fucking feel miserable. I can't believe the fucking Seahawks lost. And I am going to hold to this salt for all the rest of the week. And yeah, I'm just bummed out. I'm just really fucking bummed out the Seattle Seahawks blew this shit. So, yeah, there you go. Boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Go Hawks. Now fuck off. God, I can't believe they blew that.